fast.
That's a little granny trick. I think my granny used to do that. Right?
But when who get like so the rolling pin
And now the handle out of control.
Hey foodies, and welcome to How to Foodie Nation. I am Natalie and we are here with Arlene, and today we'll be making Dhalpuri Roti. Well, tell her. Step 1. I see we're hot in water. Okay, no. Tell me, what's happening here?
Okay, so first step is to boil the split peas or dhal, as we say. Right? So you know this is the roti with the peas in the middle. Some people will say that. Now to boil this, you have to really be careful because you don't want it too soft. Because we have to grind it up and season it up, and you want that nice kind of grainy consistency in the dough. Okay. Right? So one way that I kind of look at my dhal, I would say when it's ready, the middle is a little clear. Okay. It's like a different little color in the middle than it is on the outside. Right. So this is just going to take a few minutes to boil. So we're going to let this boil until it gets to that almost cooked consistency. And then we take next steps. Okay, good. So you see that dhal didn't take long to boil. Now what I want to show you is if you take one and you just squeeze it, it's still very firm, so it's kind of like halfway cooked. Right. Right. So that is the consistency that you're looking for. So now we're going to season up the dhal. Of course, you know when you eat a Dhalpourie, you want that nice seasoned, as I say, peas in the middle. So I'm using pimento peppers, Chadon Beni, and garlic. And we're going to grind all of this now. Traditionally, you would use a mill, which is the thing that you attach to the side of the table and you fill it and you turn like this, but we're doing it modern today in a food processor. Right. So while we can't fit all, we just do a little bit of each thing. Okay. Because we're going to mix all together eventually anyway. So I do a little bit of each, and then I do, thank you, some of the dhal. And we process this until it's like a nice, that's good, a nice fine powder. You know, you're familiar with the consistency. You don't want it to be lumpy because then in the cooking process, it's going to make holes in the dough when you cook it. So this.
Don't worry about the little peas that scattered, guys. You know, when eating Dhalpourie, it's a messy job.
Right, so this still needs to go for a little longer because you really want that nice fine powder. But do you smell the seasoning? It smells good already. So we're gonna finish blending all of this together, getting it into a nice powdery consistency, and then it's the last step. Okay. All right? Yes. So final step with the dhal process before we get to the actual Dhalpourie making process. All right, so we're going to, what does it say is patch the dhal? Patch the dhal. Or toast it, I guess.
Okay, so patching is toasting.
And this will also give you the opportunity to put a last layer of flavor on this and a salt to taste. Okay. So in a nice hot pan. This also kind of dries out any moisture and
it gives that grainy finish.
Yes.
Like, okay.
So it's a little salt to taste. A little Geera. Always flavoring up things, and you just continue to turn until it becomes a little more grainy, like you said. Yes. And the moisture is out. So I do this a little at a time to make sure that it's, you know, we're not crowding the pot too much. Yes. And that's it. Now this you can do ahead of time. I keep some in the freezer, so if ever I get a little urge to make a little Dhalpourie, I don't have to do this entire process. It will just be knead the dough and do my filling. So I always have filling in the freezer just in case. Okay. So this you can definitely do ahead of time to ease up the work on whatever day you decide is roti day. Right. All right. So we'll finish this in parts. Okay.
No,
so we're outside.
From a long time.
Yes, so we're getting into our Dhalpourie in full swing. So we're going to knead the dough first. Okay. Right, so I have my all-purpose flour. I have my yeast. So we're doing all the dry ingredients first. Some baking powder. Yes. Salt. And this, well, I will mix the dry ingredients here first. Right. And this is the clarified butter, or ghee, as we used to call it. All right, so once that is in, just scoop that in for me.
Sure.
What's in? Yeah, all of it.
Check in.
That's good, that's good. So the thing with kneading flour is that you want to be very light with it because obviously, you know, we don't want heavy roti, right?
Right.
So you just be really light with it and incorporate all the fat in here. Right, and it's more of a mixing kind of motion before you get into kneading.
Okay.
We're going to knead this into a soft dough using some warm water. So give me that little at a time. Right. And I mix just until the point that we don't have a choice but to knead.
Okay.
Right? Give me some more. And of course, you do little at a time because you could put in the water, but you can't take it out, right? Yes. Right, so this we knead into a nice soft dough. And there's always some...
It's coming together.
Right. So here, as it gets a little more sticky together,
Put a little more.
just give me some right here.
Okay.
All right. Right, so we'll knead this, like I said, into a nice soft dough, and we let this sit for 20 minutes.
Right.
All right, covered with a little damp cloth. I like your portion steady. Very careful. We don't want no excess today.
I learned from my past mistakes.
All right. I think that is perfect there. Right, so we're going to cover this, knead this into a nice soft dough. And we're going to cover this down with a damp cloth, like I said, for 20 minutes. And then we're going to start making the balls. Right?
Okay. Right. So our dough is set.
Ready to go for 20 minutes, like I said. So we're going to just divide it as equally as we can.
Okay.
Right, I'm just going to do about 6, just to kind of mark them so you know what's going on.
Right.
Sprinkle this pan with a little flour, not too heavy, just so that it wouldn't stick. Right, and you're helping me make these balls today, right? So we're just going to take a little section like this and make a nice little ball. Twist them up like this. Not too tight because we have to open them back up.
Okay.
Right, so you're just making a nice little ball like this. Now, this is how I learned this. So this is the first one that we're putting down. Then we're going to go in this order.
Okay.
And then when we start filling, this is where you have to start. So by the time we make all of these, we wait about 2 minutes and then we just start filling this one.
Okay.
All right?
Arlene, my bowl not looking like yours.
No, roti takes practice.
Okay.
Always remember that it takes, you're not going to get it to 100 on the first try.
Okay.
Right? So we'll let you practice some more.
First try.
We'll let you practice up some more on the rest of these, and then we'll come back and fill.
Okay.
All right. And so you remember where we start? We started with this,
With this one.
right?
Yeah.
So I will show, we'll do it together.
Okay.
Right? So we'll just put a little flour like this on our hands. I will take the first one, we will take that one. And we're just opening up from the middle here.
Okay.
Right? You want to give yourself enough space to put enough dal, right? So you just press with your thumbs. Nice.
No, but come on, good. Like, oh, you come and make pressing the say, you know, because I was trying to make the ball.
Well, just know that you will eat yours and I will eat mine. Right, so you're making like a little bowl.
Okay.
Right? I mean, if you have small hands, you're in problems, but right? A little bowl like this. Right? And you put in a little flour in here, like so. Right? So this will help the peas to spread when we roll it out, right? Right? And you can adjust as you're going on it, you know, you get comfortable with it. Then we're going to fill generously with our mixture here. Right. I'll wait for you to fill. Right. And press it in, press it in. It won't cry, so press it in. Right. And then you're taking the edges and you're just closing them up.
Okay.
as if you're going back into a bowl. So you could also squeeze your hand like this a little bit to bring everything together. Make sure and close up, pushing the dal, make sure it's in.
Guess who will not be making roti?
Right, and just pinch it.
Because this takes a lot of practice, I guess.
Yes. Right, and you have your filled. Right. Yeah, you're going good, man. You just had to, right, close it up.
Okay.
Give it a little. You put turbo, man.
That's for you to do.
Right. So we will fill out the rest, and then we start cooking.
Okay. It's all filled.
One step closer to enjoying some Dhalpourie, right? So
Yes.
I'm going to flour my surface here.
Mm-hmm.
This is a messy job, eh? Real flour.
I know.
Flour
My
in
jumper have
process.
flour.
Right, and we make sure that's right. We give it a little press.
Mm-hmm.
And with the rolling pin, nice and easy. Remember, you're getting this nice and thin.
Okay.
Right, and you see, because we closed up the ball so nice and tight, the pea's not falling out.
Okay.
Right, and we have with tawa nice and hot.
Mm-hmm.
We have some oil ready to grease it so that we could start cooking. Now, anytime you're rolling out the Dhalpourie and you get a little hole like this, just take a little dry flour and patch it up like that.
Okay.
Right.
I was not about to ask.
That's a little granny trick. I think my granny used to do that. Right?
But when who get like so the rolling pin that
And now the
malfunctioning
handle out of control. I'm not saying all of that is bringing the little history and flavor of things.
and make it rustic.
Yes. Right, so we have a nice thin Dhalpourie here, and this cooks really quickly. Your turn next, so I hope you're paying attention. Right, so we're going to use a little oil here to grease the tawa nice and hot.
Okay.
Right. Make sure and grease all around. Right. And then we put our Dhalpourie on. That. Right. So once this is on, you want to grease the top also very quickly. Make sure and get the edges.
Okay.
And in the time that it takes for you to do this, it's time to do it.
Oh, that's quick.
Right. So the cooking actually takes, I think, the least amount of time. It's just
the
preparation is about, could easily take you like 2 hours, you know, between the dal and everything. But like I said, you could make that ahead of time.
Yeah.
Also, once you see these little bubbles coming up, see, and you know, when you have a good one, it'll swell up, you know that.
Right, yes.
Right? So you don't want to cook it too long. And you flip. And that's our Dhalpourie there.
Oh, that was quick. I didn't know it was that easy on the tawa.
Yeah.
Okay.
It takes very little time to cook.
Let me revert that easy because I have to roll out one and I'm not too sure.
Well, start because we running a line. If we had to run a roti
oh,
shop,
shucks, it's true. we get
right,
performance.
press it out a little bit. Roll up them sleeves, right?
Wait, no. Yes.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not an expert.
Go ahead. Press down on the pin and roll. Roll with confidence, strong.
I just hoping I don't burst it.
Even if you burst it, we could fix that. So just
Okay.
roll strong, long, right.
Okay.
That is what we're talking about.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Right, so let me put this one here. Right. So we'll cook up these.
We opening a roti shop all here.
Right, so you see you get a little thing. Nice. Now, because we're going to be using dry flour to patch things up, what I like to have is a little damp cloth right here. So when you see dry flour building up on the tawa, you just take your wet cloth and you wipe that off. Because what will happen it will start to patch and you'll get all these little brown spots on the roti, and you don't want that.
Right.
Right? And that's it.
Okay, Arlene, it's looking like it's done to perfection here. So
Yes.
it's about our tasting time.
Yes, but I have to apologize. I didn't make anything else to go with this Dhalpourie. I didn't know what you like, to be honest. I didn't know what you like with your Dhalpourie, so
I just have to eat this skin today alone. But guys, comment below and let me know what you would like to eat roti with. Arlene, come and whip up something to eat.
with the Dhalpourie.
Please. Right?
Yes.
But in that case, still tasting. I mean, in that taste, it's a whole bite. This one tastes like the one I roll out.
The rolling is just as important as everything else. Thank you so much for having me. I was so happy to make this roti.
Thank you so much for making this amazing roti. Guys, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.